Welcome all of you to the new lecture session on Mann-Whitney U-test. It is a non-parametric test which is used for comparing two independent samples. It was developed by Mann-Whitney around in 1940s. It is based on the outcome of the rank or the orders. Mann-Whitney U-test for independent samples. It was a test which was developed by H. Mann and R. Whitney around in the 1940s, and it is used to examine whether two samples have been drawn from the population with the same mean. So here we formulate the hypothesis: two samples come from identical population and alternative two samples came from different population. It is a counterpart of the independent sample t-test, and Mann-Whitney U-test is a non-parametric test of the null hypothesis, which is used to compare the difference between two independent groups when the dependent variable is either ordinal or continuous. And this is what the assumption of the Mann-Whitney U-test. Two samples are independent and random, the value measured is a continuous, the measurement scale used is at least ordinal. The Mann-Whitney test uses rank data, so the observations are ranked from lowest to highest. The mean and standard deviation for the U statistic is being calculated like this: mu is equal to n1 n2 by 2, and the standard deviation like n1 into n2 or into n1 plus n2 plus 1 by 12 whole root over, where n1 and n2 are the sample size from the population 1 and 2. This is the Z test, U test statistics. So Z is equal to U minus n1 n2 by 2 and n1 into n2 into n1 plus n2 plus 1 by 12 root over. So here we calculate U1 and U2, and U1 is based on the rank of R1 and U2 is based on the rank of R2, where R1, summation R1 and summation R2 are the sum of the rank for sample 1 and 2. So either you can use a U1 or you can use a U2 for the U statistics. Now let's look into one problem. The data on the weekly expenditure on entertainment by 14 B.Tech students of Institute A and 16 students of Institute B is reported below. Test using at 1% level of significance that there is no difference in the average expenditure of the students of the two colleges. So how you will go for the non-parametric test? So first, you formulate the null hypothesis, like two population have same location parameter, alternative two population differ in location, where Institute A is considered as population 1 and Institute B is considered as population 2. And this is the data what we have from Institute A and Institute B. Institute A is given, Institute B is given. This is the data from Institute A and Institute B. Institute A and Institute B. Then what we do, we arrange in ascending order. So 130 is from Institute B, where we have given rank. 160 is from Institute A, we have given rank 2. 180 is from Institute A, the rank 3. So like this we go for the ranking of the data, and we sum the rank from Institute A and we sum the rank from Institute B. So this is the data what we have. So we know in how to rank. So like this we go on ranking all the data from A and from B. So how we apply the Mann-Whitney test for a large sample? So if n1 or n2 is greater than 10, a large sample approximation can be used for the distribution of Mann-Whitney U statistic. For this purpose, either U1 or U2 can be used, a one-tail or two-tail test. In this problem, R1 is sum of rank of Institute A, that is 164, R2 is sum of rank of Institute B, that is 301, N1 is sample in institute A, that is 14, N2 is 16 sample in institute B. So either we can go for U1 or we can go for U2. So this is the way how U1 and U2 are being calculated. U1 is equal to N1 and N2. So you know what is N1, N2 and summation R1. If you go for U2, summation of R2. This is the way how the mu has to be calculated and the standard deviation has to be calculated. So from this problem we calculate the U2. As I told you, we can go for U1 or U2. So if you go for U2, you go for the rank 2, summation of the rank 2. You calculate the mu1, mu U2, then you calculate the standard deviation. Then after that we calculate the Z statistic, as we have taken U2 minus mu U2 by standard deviation U2. So we get minus 2.203. So this is the way how the U2 is being calculated. If you go for U1, then you will go for rank, summation of rank of R1. Then how we analyze the critical value of Z at the 1% level of significance is plus or minus 2.575. As the above value of the Z is less than the absolute value of the critical Z, so there is not enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis, and we conclude there is no difference between the average expenditure on entertained by the two students of the institute. So this is the way how the problem is being calculated. This is a problem which can be worked out on the Mann-Whitney U-test, where we have experimental group having 12 laboratory animal and 8 animal is being served as the control group. And these are the data, like exposed animal, we have this data, and unexposed animal we have this data. So you can formulate a null hypothesis like prolonged inhalation of cadmium oxide do not reduce the hemoglobin level, and alternative hypothesis we can write it reduce the hemoglobin level.